Right. Our next correspondent is the most British person in the UK right now. Sure, she's Russian-born with an American accent and a German last name, but please welcome Olga Koch! I have to ask, why are you talking about being British?
Well, I very recently had my citizenship ceremony.
Really?
It was very exciting. It's like a baptism, but into a religion that wants fewer members. You get to go to town hall and take a photo next to a portrait of the Queen. And then you post that photo to Instagram and tell all your friends that you got an OBE.
Was it difficult to get a British passport?
Well, it's taken me 10 years in a Scouse regional accent course that was fucking boss.
Why do you sound like the Cookie Monster? It was so much worse than rehearsal.
You have to overcome a lot of hurdles to earn the right to call yourself a British citizen, but none quite like the Life in the UK test. The Life in the UK test is a test that most immigrants have to take that teaches you relevant cultural and historical facts about the UK, like that Belfast is the capital of Northern Ireland, or that William and Kate are happily married.
OK, so it helps integrate you into British life?
Kinda. You can get asked anything that the Home Office thinks is useful. Questions like, when you move to a new neighborhood, what do you have to do? That is genuinely a question on the Life in the UK test. Do you know the answer, Nish?
Find the nearest Nando's?
No. You're meant to introduce yourself to your neighbors. Like a sex offender. It must be very difficult to come up with questions that apply to the entirety of the UK, because the UK is such a divided nation. It's hard to find common ground, so the test focuses heavily on the pub. Questions like, what time do pubs open? Can you imagine being a refugee from a war-torn country and not being able to stay in a place you call home because you didn't know that the earliest you could get a lukewarm Foster's was at 11 a.m.? It's like whoever wrote the test thinks that the UK has a monopoly on drinking. The UK doesn't have a monopoly on drinking. The UK doesn't even have a monopoly on winning World War II. In Russia, we have 3 public holidays dedicated to us winning World War II.
That's all well and good, Olga, but I refer you to the ancient British proverb, 2 world wars and 1 World Cup.
You show those Germans. What do they have? The highest GDP in Europe? The point is, there can't be an effective test to decide who is and isn't British, because the people who live here already can't agree on anything. You can't even agree on where the North starts. Make your mind up, Nottingham.
So you're saying that even our official UK citizenship test doesn't really define British values?
Let me try actual test questions on you, Nish.
OK.
Bet me your passport.
Listen, I don't just carry it around with me, OK? Although, given who the Home Secretary is, that's probably a good idea.
Let's go. Question number 1. What is the responsibility that you have as a UK citizen? Going to the cinema, keeping an allotment, going to the library, or looking after yourself and your family?
Are these real questions?
Yeah.
I've seen some of the way these, no offence, white people treat their children. So, I mean, I'm going to say keeping an allotment.
Incorrect. It's actually looking after yourself and your family.
Wow! Someone needs to tell, I don't know, maybe the Prime Minister?
Okay, tell you what, I'll ask you one last question from the Life in the UK test. This one isn't conceptual or weird, it's just a basic question that you would have easily gotten in history class. Who led the Scottish Army during the Battle of Bannockburn?
I'm going to draw on my reserves of my history degree, by which I mean the time I watched Braveheart at my friend's house. And I'm going to say Robert the Bruce.
You are correct!
I believe it's the only historical accuracy in that film.
Well done, Nish. You can keep your passport for now.
Hooray!
So do you feel like those questions capture your essential Britishness, Nish? That's not easy to say.
No, I don't think you can capture my Britishness. I think it's a very complex thing.
I guess it's hard to impose a set of values on 68.3 million very diverse people, isn't it?
So, Olga, why did you go through the trouble of becoming a British citizen? Because, and don't take this the wrong way, if you don't like it, you can go back where you came from. Boy, it feels good to finally be on the other side of that.
Well, Nish, the reason I moved here is because I strongly believe that you get what you think you deserve. Which for me is like, not Sweden, but not fucking Russia, do you know what I mean?
There you go, Olga. What passes in this country for a resounding welcome?
Welcome?
Yeah.
You think all this made me feel welcome? You don't know how easy you have it. I earned my place here. You were born into Mr. Blobby. I had Mr. Blobby thrust upon me. I know more about this country than any of you. I know every lineup of the band Sugababes since the year 1998.
But Olga, not even members of the band Sugababes know all of the lineups of the Sugababes.
Keisha, Mucha, Siobhan, Keisha, Mucha, Heidi, Keisha, Amel, Heidi, Jade, Amel, Heidi, Keisha, Mucha, Siobhan. And I didn't just repeat the original lineup at the end. They actually reunited with the original lineup in the year 2018, and you would know that too if you took the Life in the UK test.
Thank you very much to our newest British citizen, Olga Koch!